And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Right 80! Check 53. I got it.
They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run here with Ballage. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. 52 yards. They had trouble stopping the run last week at a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their own 13.
Hey! You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Hey, Mike 52.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
55 is my guy, 55. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Let's go,
On third down, Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
First down, Dolphins.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Balaj. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj. His fourth touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
A toss play to Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in.
And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Regular. Hey, Delta.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Preston Williams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
The first time I saw Marcus Peters was in a practice session when he was at the University of Washington. I literally was watching someone else, and my eyes kept going to him. I thought he played the corner position with extreme intelligence, even as an undergrad there.
What year was that?
It would have been his sophomore year at Washington, and he's carried over the same playmaking skills to the NFL, and we just saw him knock one away.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns' drive about to get started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he'll power his way up near the 25.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Mayfield. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, and now it's second down.
Mike, Mike, I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw is Fitzpatrick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables. Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Mayfield. And able to find Garcon. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. A run for Nick Chubb. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Right 52, right 52.
In your face.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Mayfield now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hurry. That's me. Whip. Hey, alert 33. My touch.
They toss it left side to Chubb. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a 1st down.
Good. 180. Watch the slant.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Chubb running right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hurry. Up. 55.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run it with Balaj. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
I know you feel that.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Hey, color. It's just me and you.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And Wilson has it. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Mike. 53. Mike. Here we go, D. Here I go.
Fitzpatrick on first down. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 22.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Ballage. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Here's a run with Ballage. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Ballage with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
From the 30 on second down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Brings up third down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Airing it deep for Garcon. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. He's got his tight end, DmDeebo's. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. On the carry, it's Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
At the 23-yard line.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Don't get nervous. Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Now a handoff working right. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Fitzpatrick gets this to Parker. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 32.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the Browns' 32-yard line.
Right, 80!
Again, it's Balaj. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Balaj with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
180! Man left, man left. We got 4. We got 4.
From the 25 on second down, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Raekwon McMillan charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Watch the edge.
3rd and long for Mayfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Here comes Grant on the return. An unbelievable punt there. We're talking 70-plus yards.
At their own 18-yard line.
180. I'm trying to collect. Quick dash.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break. But when you get a nice game like come back and run essentially continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
2nd and 6.
Let's get it.
53.
53. Mike. Watch the pass. You go tight. You got tight right there.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Fitzpatrick. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Check safety, check safety.
Now they try the right side here. And some room to work. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Ballage. 29 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run it again with Chubb. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They're running it.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and it's 3rd and 4. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find.
That's caught inside the 20. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through, But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit at 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They run. Chubb. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
Brings up third and 1.
Alert, 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 180. Pilot, 64, weak. Check 43. Got it.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Mayfield now. This pass complete to Higgins. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Mayfield on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Christian Wilkins able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Mayfield to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ready? Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down. 3 down. 3 down.